good. Yeah, shit, like that. That's what I'm saying.
This nigga is in the car.
Yeah, we wildin'.
Like,
Straight up. Straight up, bro. Like, dead ass. Man, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, we posted up.
That's money.
Yeah, you feel
money.
me?
You don't know where
You're good.
I'm at the movie theater, bitch. They paused the movie for this.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Did I get you right there?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm in here now. Am I coming in clear? You think I should move? Yeah.
Just give it a shot.
Yeah. You're right. Oh.
Like somewhere else in the parking lot.
Yeah, you think so? There it is. I think you're right. Look, you see how the bars on up?
Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? It's your boy Six Deuce, co-host here at SR Broadcast. Having technical difficulty, but don't worry, I have pistols back on. Don't stress, everybody.
Uh, what's up, everybody out there? Shouts out to you. Can you hear me, player? Can you hear me? What's up?
Yo,
What's up,
yo, you
LOWDY?
hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we in here.
What's up, baby?
We in
SR
here.
Broadcast in the mix. You know what time it is. This is your host, your co-host, David Pistols. Ow! Shouts out to you, man. Lodi Trail. We out here killing it. You know what it is. I heard you coming out of New West Management, Denver, Colorado's very own. Go ahead and break it down for the people, man. They've been waiting. We've been having a couple technical difficulties tonight, man, but we're gonna get through it one way or another. You know what I'm saying? We got our lovely guest in tonight. We got our other guest right now. Who else? So definitely, if this call drops at all on my end, who else is gonna pick up those puzzle pieces for us, man? We got the founder, Six Deuce. He's up on top. He's watching us right now. We got several different labels watching us too, man. So go ahead, break it down for the people. Let's get it going.
Hey, first off, thank you and God bless you for having me on the show, man. Shout out to everybody who supports this platform and all the people that tune in every night. We got to give it up one time for y'all. So, as he said, I'm an artist under New West Management and Life at Risk Entertainment. Shouts out to my boy Robert. I go by the name Lodi Trell. Born and raised out of Colorado. I've been making music for 18 years. I've released over 72 plus songs with 30 features. I've done tracks with Little Flip. I've opened up for Twisted Insane. I've opened up for Chris Webby, Murphy Lee of the Saint Lunatics. And yeah, just I'm out here chasing dreams.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I can see you. I can see that you're inspiring out there. You're doing it. I'm not going to lie to you. There's not that many Denver artists that I could listen to and really bump their music, man, because it's almost like this entertainment aspect is just a fluke for some people, you know, like they don't believe in it. And it's like, nah, man, this is really real. Like you coming out on this platform tonight, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you got that characteristics that meet these standards of this industry today. I've heard the music. I've heard the videos, man. I've heard some interviews before. I'm loving what I hear. I'm loving what I see. I know that definitely you and who else were wrapped up with the Westward earlier last year. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
believe
correct.
later last year, not earlier. But hey, man, you were a part of the Westward. You guys went out there. I heard they were going to interview you, but you were like, man, I don't give a fuck about them Venezuelans. I got to go to work in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So on some real shit, we got to bust that out right now. You know what I'm saying? We are coming from the A
Oh,
town,
no,
Aurora,
no.
Colorado, Denver, Colorado. It's a madness right now. It is a madness. You know, everybody coming in from California, coming in from Kansas, coming in from Nebraska, even. You know what I'm saying? Coming in from Wyoming, all over the map. And we're a melting pot. We're becoming a bigger and bigger melting pot every day, man. So I just got to ask you right now, how are you going to melt the pot?
Man, by continuing to work and collaborate with as many different people around the state as I can, different ethnicities, different backgrounds,
That's up.
different styles. You know, like my last, not the last album, the album before, Parasocial Loophole, that had 20 features on it, all Colorado artists. We talking Aurora, Denver, Lakewood, Colorado Springs, Thornton. So my goal is really to continue to work with everybody and not seclude myself to just my city or just my homies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think
you
by
guys
doing
heard it
that,
first and foremost right now. Lodi Trill, ladies and gentlemen, he's out here. He's working. He's looking to work with you guys. He's looking to work with each and every one of you platforms. So all of you artists out there worldwide, if you're curious, if you're looking to explore, come to Denver, Colorado, and you're looking to take your craft to the next level, this is where it's at. This is SR Broadcast, home of the super righteous for the super righteous. Man, I'm excited to have you here tonight. I know you got a lot going on, from dropping albums, from doing this, from doing your own press releases. You know, I know this is hard. I know you're doing a lot of this independently, but at the same time, you have your team together. You know, shouts out to Life at Risk Entertainment, New West in the building, in the house. You know what it is. But at the end of the day, let's be honest. You know, a lot of this is coming out of your own budget. This is coming out of your own pocket.
currently financially, Yeah, I won't lie. A majority of it is me. I won't also lie that people have contributed towards certain projects or certain ideas that I've had for stuff. And while I'm at it, shout out to Cody Cross Promotions, with helping me with booking shows. Same thing with my manager. So financially, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm an independent artist, bro. I pay for my own beats. I pay for my own studio time. I use CD Baby as the company to distribute. So yes, I do everything on my own.
So how does that pan out? Because I know that you do work a full-time job too as well, right?
Correct.
So basically, how does that pan out? Like, does it get stressful, huh? Because it's like a lot on your shoulders. Like, it's a lot to manage other artists, but if you ask me, it's a lot to manage yourself too as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to really get those fundamentals together. So honestly, I'm just wondering, how do you balance that out?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The passion, the dedication, and honestly, man, like I just turned 30, and there's times where I kind of feel like this may or may not could be last year's. I don't know. It depends what you decide is the age to hang up the mic. So I just figured I'd go as hard as possible, and like as far as balance goes, straight up, man, you just gotta take a break. I ain't even going front, bro. There's some days where like we're not doing music. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing music. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna smoke a blunt. I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna watch a movie. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna turn my phone off. It's all just about balance and just separating your time to okay, Saturday's music, Friday's work, Monday's family. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just
No,
organizing
basically, you're saying you got to portion it out.
exactly, man. Because if I spend too much time on everything, then I start to lose time on other things.
Yeah, no, I understand that completely. It's because a lot of this younger generation, they don't understand this, man. Congratulations to making it to 30, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
Especially coming from Colorado. We got to really praise each other out here when it comes to that, because not all of us make it. And we know that. It's a really rough city. It's a really rough place where you're coming out of, and it's not the easiest. But congratulations to you. You made it to 30. I don't believe that there should ever be really a destination or a time to hang up that microphone. I believe if you can keep making content, you can keep writing, you can keep making instrumentals. I believe you should be going on forever doing that. You know what I'm saying? But at your own will, if that makes any sense at all. But I
it does.
mean, man, it shouts out to you in your career. Definitely, I have a very fun interview planned for us right now. And
Yo,
honestly, I'm gonna go ahead, and if you want me to, I will jump right into the hot seat right now, because
you
that's
jumped
where
into
we're
the
sitting.
hot seat. I mean, I guess there's no better way to start it. So
So I want to know right now, and we're gonna go back a little bit. This is a little bit of an older subject, but I want to know what your thoughts are on the whole Benzino and Eminem beef. I know you're a hip hop head. I know you follow content. So we're going to talk about this. We got some bombshells to break out right now. Denver, Colorado is going to speak tonight. Ladies and
all right.
gentlemen,
So let's keep it real. Obviously, we know who won. Correct. I mean, anybody who's a true hip hop fan knows who won, and probably already knew who was going to win as far as that whole situation goes. Me personally, I'm a super Eminem fan because, like, for example, the movie 8 Mile. If you're an independent artist, that's really how it goes, right? Like, that's really how it goes. You go to work, you clock out, and then you bomb rush to the studio. And as far as the Benzino situation, I mean, if you want my honest opinion, I think that he needs a better team. He should have a better organization around him and working on other stuff.
okay. Yeah, no, but definitely, man. Yeah, my bad about that. I got my
No, you
tattoo
good.
artist in the building right now. He's about to be blasting on my dome piece right now. So definitely I'm kind of excited. And
Yeah, yeah,
honestly, I do know. I mean, let's be honest. Benzino, he had some good factors behind him, but he didn't bring the content. He didn't bring the A game that it is called for to take on Eminem.
yeah.
Eminem is an attribute to hip hop. He's so versatile. It's ridiculous. If you watch what he did to Limp Bizkit, to MGK, to Benzino, it's like it's just so creative. I don't see anybody really catching it. And we got to go back to when he ripped Ja Rule apart.
Yep.
It's like these are fundamentals about the hip hop industry that if we don't speak on them now, they just might just slowly dissipate from us, you know? So
Yeah,
definitely, I just wanted to ask you your thought processes on that. Like, honestly, I don't know. I was a little disappointed with what I heard, that evidence that Benzino brought out, you know, on him. And it was a little disappointing because that's like, it's a childhood idol. It's a childhood idol,
yeah.
man. And it's like, man, to hear that, like, what are your thoughts about that?
Honestly, man, it's like I said, from my personal point of view, I already knew who was going to take the W in it. If you want my real honest opinion from like a fan viewer point of view, it's
Yeah.
stretched out. We've had enough. I'd rather see a new Benzino album than another Eminem disc or another
Okay.
interview wasted on him talking about Eminem instead of maybe something substantial that other artists could look forward to from his early days in his career. You get what I
Yeah.
mean? And this is why I say he needs a better team, because if he had a good team, his team would have told him, "Yo, don't make that move," or "Yo, that track could be better.
Well,
You need to get back in the booth."
I wanna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak on that though. So with Eminem, you gotta
Everybody
look.
give it up for
You,
who else? They call him
yeah,
who else?
word.
Who
Everybody
else?
out there, New West Management in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself for the people real quick. Brandon Connor in the building.
Y'all know what it is. Google who else, but all eyes on Lodi. I just gotta put something out because I can't let Eminem go out for that Black B song because first of all, you gotta look at D12. You gotta look at who Eminem was surrounded with. Like Eminem didn't know he was white. Like Eminem thought he was straight black. He was raised by black people, around by black people. D12 was black, black school, black neighborhood. Like he always thought that he was, you feel me? Like it's like the Tarzan theory. So in his mind, he was black. So when he made that Black Beat song, it was not a surprise. We knew about it. Fans knew about it. Real fans already knew about the song. So Benzino didn't. He didn't put no like no shocking evidence out because honestly, I think Proof like even helped him write that song, and it was about his ex girlfriend who was a black girl. So that's all I'm gonna say. But all eyes on Lodi. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
can't let
no,
my
no,
main man
amazing,
go out.
amazing, man. Definitely, thank you for
You,
speaking on that.
you know what it's like to be adopted. You're adopted.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know what it's like. You know, honestly, it's rough. You know what I'm saying? I do believe I get exactly where you're getting at with that because it wasn't easy for me to grow up being half white. You know, I just didn't get that pleasurement of that. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely I grew up in an all Hispanic hood, in an all black neighborhood out there in Aurora, Colorado. It wasn't the easiest grounds to be walking on, you know. So I get you. I understand, you know, maybe it was the things that Eminem endured, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to really ask his perspective on that. I know Lodi Trill is a hip hop head out here in Colorado, and man, I've I've got a chance to listen to his catalog, and it's just beating, man. It's just beating. So definitely, I guess the next question I would ask you, man, is what do you feel about literally all that Jay-Z Puff Daddy stuff going on? You know, like how the East Coast affected the whole industry. Like, what's your thought process on that? Like, were you shocked? Did you wake up like, oh, snaps?
I mean, let's be honest. I'm just like everybody else. Of course, I'm entertained. I'm shocked. I'm overwhelmed when I see these headlines and these titles, especially coming from artists who I have on my playlist. You know, that's a teardrop moment. Like, damn, bro, I love your music. Why are you doing
Like
this?
Meek Mill, get the fuck off my playlist
You know
now.
what I mean? Like, I hate when things like that happen with my favorite artists. But just like the Benzino question, same thing again. Bad team. If there's anything I can say to anybody making music or whatever, make sure the people around you are right. Because if those artists had the right people around them, they never would have been able to commit those actions, right? Like, if they had a
Yup.
good manager, he would have been like, "What are you doing, Diddy? Get out the room." Or he'd have been like, "Hey, bro, this is probably not a good idea." You know what I mean? That's bad team. That's bad management, bad labeling. I see this with tons of musicians, actors, actresses, and I just wonder, like, is the paycheck really that good that your own team let you fall?
Man,
You
yeah,
feel
no,
me? Was
definitely,
the paycheck
definitely, it
that
makes
good?
perfect sense.
Like, you really like, because all the people that work for him are now gonna lose jobs, be out of the mix. All the fans are gonna, stop sharing their music, liking it. And that's why I'm like, bro, where was your manager? Where was your promoter? Where was your label before these things went on for too long or even happened in the first place?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, man. I guess the next question I would follow with that is I would just ask you, you know, like What about the industry and beef out in Denver, Colorado? What do you feel about the artists out there competing with each other? You know, definitely, hey, I'm the top dog. Hey, I'm the top dog. You see their stats. Their stats just aren't matching with their words sometimes, you know, and it's like, how do you feel about that? You know, like just the beef in the industry of Denver, Colorado in general.
Honestly, bro, you want the real truth? I just keep making music. This ain't nothing new. This has been going on for years, and I've known it from the local level to the higher level. And if it's in a competition sense point of view, great. I love it. I love when artists get mad because another artist dropped the album and now they ain't dropped one, so now they want to go drop an album, right? Like they back in the studio.
You got to
That's
add fire to
awesome.
the field, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I love that kind of stuff.
So
As
basically,
far
what
as
I'm
like
getting from is like you're just a very energetic artist, and you're like, man, I want all of us to blow up. I don't care about the he said, she said, the propaganda behind it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're basically seeing it like, man, like I want us all to thrive. I want us all to grow. You know, as artists.
exactly, bro. I'm a rapper. I'm not a politician. You know what I mean? Like I've been living here since '94, homegrown and raised. I remember a time when there was no Mile High Minute. There was no Gold Island Music. There was no podcast doing interviews or blogs. So for me to now see where the scene has grown into, I love it. Why would I, have anything negative
Yeah,
to say? I remember back in the day when you used to say, I'm going to a local show with some Colorado rappers, and people be like, Colorado raps? At least I don't get that question anymore. You feel me? At least I don't hear that no more. So I love it. I love all the artists out here killing it. And if there's beef or animosity, I'm gonna be honest. I have to do my research. It's just like even if two of my boys are beefing, I gotta do my research.
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta
You
hit
know,
both sides. You know what I mean? Maybe there's good reason, maybe there's not. But me personally, like, bruh, I'm just trying to make this music, and I'm just trying to quit my job. Dead ass. Like, you
yeah.
feel me?
No,
Like,
hey, man, I'm gonna
I'm
be honest with you. The way that we have to do that as artists is we have to have our hands in multiple cookie jars. So I respect the fact that you have a solid, concreted income. Everybody cannot ever be passive on that because a solid, concreted income every month. Man, you know what I'm saying? You can't pass up on that sometimes. But when it comes to this industry, man, I found out the easiest way is to put down on paper. I got to make 15 phone calls a day. If I could call 15 people in one day, and not the same 15 people every day, but 15 new people every single day in this industry, I know I'll be able to make the same money that I made working at Walmart, working at Subway, working at Burger King or the Amazon warehouse. You know, I can make that literally in one day just off of 15 phone calls of networking. And definitely to all you younger artists out there, you know, I want you guys to really heave this. I want you to really take note and understand, like, man, if you want this, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? You can go after it. So I don't see there being any hiccups there for you, brother, because I understand with my fullest capacity, man, that you're gonna keep dropping, you're gonna keep thriving, and that time's gonna come, man, where you're gonna be, you know, going full circle with all of this, you know, and it shouts out to you from the merchandise to the promoting to everything, you know, you're gonna dominate. And I believe in you, I believe in your career, man. To be honest with you, I've listened to your music. It literally sounds like some strange music type vibes. You know what I'm saying? It sounds really, really like hip hop, strange music, and it just like boom, headbutted each other. And it's like, man, I just can't salute you enough because we need more artists in this industry to take their craft serious. Because full circle, we're going back in a full circle. Just like these artists are out here beefing, and they're like, man, I'm mad because this guy over here, he just dropped a whole album, and I just dropped one song. Man, that one song might be better than the whole album. You know, you gotta you gotta take into the thought process. You know what I'm saying? Like, all it takes is just one. So it's like we gotta go out there and we gotta embrace each other so that one can get heard. You see what I'm saying? We gotta all go together and beat down that door together. And I feel like the minute we do that in this industry out here, it's gonna thrive even more. It's gonna bloom even more because I have seen the growth. I remember being in Colorado in a time when there was really nothing. There was just fields, you know? And man, to see what it has evolved into today, you know, to see your music evolve to the level that it has, you know, it's like I just wish that there will be a lot more artists out there taking their career serious, just as you have.
I appreciate that. First off, thank you. That means a lot because you know to stay up till 3 a.m. writing songs and then dump your entire check that could have went to your rent in the studio. You know, it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, right? Because like you said, I could drop a song that could bomb, or I could drop a song that could kill like somebody's album, but I don't know till the song's out. And on that note, another thing that I've learned with the, you know, like you said, artists getting mad over other stuff. For me, I never get mad necessarily over when a track doesn't do it as well. I just look at myself as in what was my approach, right? Like if I dropped the song and it didn't do well, what day did I drop it? What time did I drop it? Who did I share it with? Did I do my part to get that song the love it needs? Because if you ask anybody who's had a banger, they'll tell you that, yo, you got to get that song heard and in front of everybody, right? Like, I mean, until you reach that status where people are just checking your social media every day for a new song, you got to make sure on your part, your promotion and advertising is done correctly. Like if I drop a song at 3 a.m. here in Denver, maybe the homies is up, but nobody's going to be up. So can I be mad that the song only had 15 plays that day?
Yeah, no, that's very understandable. That is I love the way you put that. It's like man, it's like fighting. It's like literally, how are you gonna say that you beat up everybody in the city when you only threw one punch? You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw like 20 hits at least. You gotta get up in that fight. You gotta at least break blood, especially in Denver, Colorado, because the scene out there, it's kind of built to suppress artists. Let's just be honest. It's built to suppress your average artist, you know, because when you go to California, when you go to Arizona, you go to these other states, it's almost like those music scenes out there are really to accommodate some of those artists out there, you know. And out here, we don't really have accommodations for artists like that. And that's where this comes into play. That's where SR Broadcast, the platform, comes into play.
You're right. You're 100% right. I'm not going to disagree with it. I've seen it throughout the years, but at the same time, I've seen it grow and get better throughout the years. And the other thing we got
Okay.
to remember is, like you said, we're a melting pot. We're a growing state. We just hit our population boom. So we also got to keep that in mind when comparing to people like New York and California who may have higher populations and have been servicing this industry longer than our state and our city. You know what I'm saying? So like, I believe if we continue to go this way, we can reach that point eventually.
No, yeah, I
Vote
got
for
you
Lottie
right
Trill.
there, man.
Damn,
Is there any
that's my speech right there. Vote for Trill.
is there any artists that you're working with currently in the city? Is there any big features coming up? Or is there any features that you have done that you want to talk about?
Honestly, bro, I could talk about every feature because at one point in time, I was the little homie or the little kid in the back of the concerts watching all these artists, right? And so for me to look now, like I'll give you examples, Julox, Papa J. Ruiz, Hypnotic, Top Flight, shouts out to my boys, you know, Sneaky Slim, A Rock, Ali, Philly Freeze, who else, all them. There was a point in time where I was the listener. So for me now to look back and be like, wow, I did a song, just even a song with all these artists, it was mind blowing, right? Black Pegasus, all of them. Like, I remember when my boy first showed me his video, and then here I am 2 weeks later, like, yo, you remember Black P? Well, I'm in the booth with him right now, you know? Or
Yeah.
like Carter or any of the other people I worked with, I was just mind blown the fact that I'm working with them, you know? Baby D, all of them, bro. It was a dream come true. You know, even now, for me personally, I'm so proud of how many features I've accomplished. I mean, I must be at like 30, 35 plus Colorado features on record, distributed to every major music platform that I've put on. I mean, that Parasocial Loophole album had 20 features and was produced by producers from Ukraine.
Man.
They didn't
Oh
even know about
man.
none of us. They
Yes.
just found me on Instagram. They didn't. They hadn't heard Black P or Ransties or some of these Pat Anthony. A lot of these artists I've worked with, Sneaky Slim. Who else? Tiame. So for me to bring them that Colorado sound across the seas when they were at war with Russia, and I'm talking to these fools every day on Instagram, And they like, yo, what's going down in Denver? What's up with Aurora? Oh shit, this shit's hard. Damn,
No,
y'all are tight. I didn't even know y'all
I,
had all these
A's
people.
up.
I look. I
A's
remember.
up.
I
Hey, Cole's
remember.
in the house.
I remember when we were working on that project, and because I would be asking him about the project, and he'd be like, "Oh man," he was like, "It's popping over there." He's like, "They waiting to get service. They just got bombed and lost their internet service." He remember that load. He was like, "I'm waiting on him to get
Yeah,
the internet." I
yeah,
was
bro.
like, man,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
crazy over there. It was. I was
yeah.
like when it was really active,
That's why we
real active.
Starlinking.
You know, I got to ask this question. I know you have traveled around with your music.
Yeah,
Considering all of these artists you've worked with out here, I know you've traveled around and you've done some crazy things before. Can we go ahead and talk about like what it's like going on the road with LOWDY Trill?
bro. If you go on the road with me, I'm gonna be dead ass. After the concert, it's a party, right? Like we going to the hotel, we having a good time, bro. Anybody who's ever been with me after the show will tell you, bro. Like it's funny because like in the music, I rap in a more aggressive underground style, but in person, I'm a straight jokester. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have fun. I'm smoking blunts. I'm taking TikToks and Snapchats. I don't give a fuck. But what a lot of people don't know is that when it comes to the performance in the show, I don't perform under anything anymore. Like I used to, but now, no, I don't smoke any weed. I don't drink. I don't do any other type of substances. I do all my shows clean and sober. Not only that, all of my lyrics, excluding my hooks, are memorized. So if you with me on the road, you'll see me in the car or in the hotel rapping the songs before I go on stage, you know, and you'll see me like, yeah, I might smoke a cigarette back to back, but everybody in the green room will be blowing blunts. I'll be the only one there not smoking, not drinking, not doing anything until I at least get done performing.
Well, to tell you the truth, man, when you hit the road with Pistol, when you hit the road with pistols, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, you won't be the only one like that. I'm like that too right now.
You
I'm
feel
actually
me?
going on a couple weeks of sobriety right now. Clean, sober, I'm healthy, I'm feeling it. So I get it, man. I get it. Like you're out there killing it. It's nothing like that natural high that really takes over that spirit, man. Because in this industry, man, if you don't have that drive, you don't have that thrive, that charisma to stand behind your art, it's just gonna diminish. It's just gonna fall apart in front of people, in front of everybody.
Exactly, man. And here's another thing too for like artists that are watching that may have not done a show or gone out of state, especially. It's true when they say first impressions are everything. So if I'm out of state, right, and this is my first time ever performing in this state, not only am I representing for my state, my team, I'm representing for myself as an artist. So if I bomb or I don't do well, you can kiss that fan goodbye. Dead ass. Like that's how they come just as quick as they go. If I'm at a show, like a local show, and I'm watching somebody perform, and I see you faded, you stumbling on your words, you slipping on your bars, I'll still salute you for getting on stage. But dead ass, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why I
no, no. I
respect
feel you. I
all of
feel
you.
you. I feel you, and that's why I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times people think like, hey, in those Denver, Colorado showcases, people just show up with their people and then they leave right away with all of their people. Well, no, I've actually promoted a few shows and I've seen it with my own eyes. What ends up happening is that the people, they literally they see you bomb out like that, or they see you not take that profession the same way, and they walk off. They don't want to be there for that part of the segment. They don't want to be there for that part of the showcase. They would rather go get a beer and celebrate their guy's success because that person took it very serious, you know? So it's like to all you artists out there, you know, Denver, Colorado, California, Atlanta, Texas, worldwide, man, we got to take this serious. And this is where it goes into the part of the segment where we're going full circle. We have to take this industry serious because you got real artists like us that are out here in this industry really doing it, you know? And it's like you're going to have competition, you're going to have that competitive edge, but you can't let it defeat you. You know, somebody might have 50,000, you might have 5, but that does not mean that you're less. Just like Lodi Trilla spoke earlier, it just is about time and placement. So that's why we got to take our marketing to the next level. We got to really thrive on this industry because there's so many tools. There's so many tools. I know one tool, you can hit up New West Management. Who else right there? You see that lovely man right there? You can hit him up. Definitely work with him. He will market with you all day. I know that you guys have been working hard to market your music, and it's gotten pretty far. So definitely shouts out to you. I want to know about some of the showcases you performed on.
Ooh, I mean, well, my last show was shout out to Cross Promotions, Cody Cross and Mike's Paradise. I co-headlined that at the Gypsy House in Denver. I also did a show. It was at the Level Temple nightclub. It was a New West Connection, New West Management presents for my boy Benny Feels Blue. He was the headline, and I performed there. Outside of that, I mean, bro, I'm gonna be real. I've been out here so long. I've done shows at Angelo's in the middle of the summer on Iliff and Buckley. I've done shows at the Roxy when there was no bars in front of the stage. You know what I'm saying? Had the little tent out back, and you can sneak inside
Yeah.
the room. I've been at Cervantes, the Bluebird, the Gothic Theater. I've done little concert events at like house party / birthday type things. Like I've kind of done them all, bro. And I've been through really great shows and I've been through really bad shows.
So
Plus
honestly, I
the
want to
plus the
ask, I want to
Texas show
touch on
too.
that subject. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying plus he's toured before too. We've gone on tour before as well.
Oh yes, with David Sold Out, we went to Iowa, New Mexico, Missouri. I've been to Texas with my boy. Who else? Let's see, where else have I gone? In a couple other states, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, man. Honestly, it sounds like you guys are doing it. It sounds like you guys are going out there. It sounds like touching that microphone is nothing new to you. So definitely, I want to go ahead and touch base on this because I know you said you've done some good ones and you've done some bad ones. There's a lot of young artists out there right now that are doing this industry at the moment. And you know what? They might get disencouraged and they might get encouraged, So I just want you to break it down and talk to the people right now about your experiences and what they can expect to go through.
So first off, obviously, watch who you working with, and what I mean by that is, if somebody contacts you,
Your surroundings, your team.
well, yeah, exactly. Trust your team. Like I said, trust your team.
Mm-hmm.
And like for example, when somebody you've never met or worked with before, do your research, right? Like I've had promoters from other states be like, "Oh yeah, I do this, this, and that," and then I look them up online, and I'm like, "Bro, you're nowhere to be found." You feel me? Like, bro, I work a job and I'm in Aurora, but if you Google me, the first 10 pages are me. So if I Google you and I don't find you, then either you're a scam artist or you're not doing your job right, or this is your first show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another thing too is I know a lot of people get discouraged when a majority of the crowd or people might leave before your set. Y'all just gotta understand, if you're an up and coming artist, you're not Kendrick Lamar yet. You gotta wait. You gotta work. You gotta build up. And so that show that you may have only had 5 people for, just kill that show, right? And make those 5 people, do your set right, memorize your lyrics, and then the next show, when you got 50 people, you already ready to go,
Yep.
And another thing too is always be prepared. Anything and everything can happen. If I'm about to do a show, I'm taking that day off of work. I'm taking the next day off of work just to be safe. I'm saving money on the side to order a Lyft or Uber if my ride bails on me, right? I got the USB to email with the tracks already ready to go. And I've got at least 2-3 people that's gonna ride with me. So at least if only 5 people stay for the show, at least I know I brought a little, crowd or squad with me too.
Yeah.
And another thing too is when you have those shows that bomb, because I've done some shows where literally everybody ended up leaving and I was the last person of the night. There was like 3 people. You can still turn that to a great show. You know what I'm saying? What I do is I tell my boy, get the phone and videotape. This is a TikTok moment. This is a Snapchat moment. This is still good content for social media.
Yeah. No, amazing, amazing, man. What
So,
would you what would you tell them about have you ran into like bad sound equipment? And have you ever ran into a place where you performed at and it just didn't come out the way you expected?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, bro. I remember one show, they had technical difficulties and dead ass, they made me plug the aux cord into my phone. And then I just rapped over the mic on like some karaoke shit. It was to me, it was terrible, but
That sounds like somebody else's event that they threw in Wyoming one time, but I'm not going to say that person's name. I'm not going to say that name right now.
yeah, we ain't throwing nobody under the bus. Like, even after
Everybody
that,
has a starting
like I
point.
still rock with that guy. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing too is for artists up and coming, if you've never thrown an event, watch your mouth. Okay, it's not as easy as it sounds. You know what I mean? Like a lot
Press.
of artists be
Whoa.
like, yo, this event wasn't that popping. Where the girls at? This and that, bruh. You ain't bring no girls either. You feel me? Like I'll call them out. Like, bruh, you only sold 3 tickets. So you know what I'm saying? Like if you're one of those artists, like don't be like that. Realize that things do happen. I've had shows get canceled because it snowed. I've had people I don't know get into fights and end the entire show. I didn't even get to perform. You feel me? Like I didn't get paid or nothing. And that's just a part of the game. You go out, you show out, and always when you're done, you get on social media and say thank you to everybody that did come. You feel
So
me?
we got to be humble. Basically, at the end of the day, we're not going to get anywhere with being upset about certain situations
Nope.
by downplaying that person or downplaying ourselves, downplaying the artist that we are, because that's what it comes down to. Is when you question yourself, you're downplaying yourself. So we got to be humble. We got to go in there and be like, you know what? I gave it the best I could. I did the best I could, but now it's time to network. Now it's time to shake hands. Now it's time to meet people, add them. Hey, follow me, check it out. Catch my next show. Definitely I respect it, man. I respect it so much, brother, man. I respect what knowledge you're giving us right now, because a lot of those artists, they go up and they have a bad show set and they're like, I'm done. I'm done. And I was one of them. I remember I performed at a couple showcases and the microphone just kept cutting on and off, on and off, on and off. And then they're like, oh, we ran out of batteries. It's like, dang,
Now,
what you mean?
I'm glad you said that because that's another thing too. Up and coming artists. If you getting tired of, shows, mics are cutting out and this and that, hey buddy, music go round exists. Go buy your own wireless mic, meet the DJ an hour before the show, set up the receiver or whatever, make sure you're good. Get your own mic, right? Get your own
Mm-hmm.
beat. There's a lot of counter things you can do. But if you show up, you don't bring a DJ, you don't bring a mic, you leave everything on the promoters and the company and it doesn't go as planned, then that's just how it goes. And you got to get your ass on stage and you go rap until you lose your voice because the mic isn't working. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And that's just how it goes. And real supporters and real fans and people that are there, they know. They'll see that. Trust me, ain't nobody going to clown on you because your mic cut out. They going to clown on you if you cut out.
Yeah, no, that's definite, because honestly, I've seen artists go up there, I've seen them perform, and then what happens is they miss a beat and they're just done. But I've seen other great artists perform, right? And they're not even hitting word for word. And I'm going to throw it out there. One of those artists, he goes by the name of Mr. Capone. And definitely he goes out there. And I remember in the beginning, everybody was kind of like, hey, look, he's not rapping with this stuff like that. He's just jumping around. He's hyping up the crowd. And it's like, wait a minute. He has charisma. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop moving from the time he steps out there on stage to the time that he walks back to the photo booth and signs all those autographs. He just has charisma. Now, is he the best? He might not be the best. Does he know that? He might know that. But at the end of the day, man, that man still goes out there and puts on one heck of a show. So it's like I get exactly. We gotta prepare for things, and we got to make sure that we ourselves are humble enough to be like, look, if something happens, I'm still going to perform for the people, even if it is 5 people. Because I remember back in the day, I performed at a showcase for a major artist. We're not allowed to say his name on this platform, but we're going to just call him Pastor. You know what I'm saying? Pastor. But definitely, man, we literally had a showcase with this gentleman, and it was when he was in the hot seat. He was really just getting the crowd going and building up. And I remember I had went out there and went up and I brought like 7, 8 homies with me, and I turned around and it was time to perform. And it was only my 7, 8 people in there. Nobody else showed up. Now, given it's Colorado, we run into snow and sometimes we get snowed out. But it's like, man, I still went out there. I still performed. And to be honest with you, that was the best I ever performed in my whole entire life. I've performed in front of 4,000 people. I've performed in front of 7 and 8. You see what I'm saying? And honestly, you got to respect your fans. You know what I'm saying? Because just like those 4,000 people you're looking at, not all 4,000 of them are going to be rocking with you. But if you got 5 people in that crowd, you know you can get those 5 people to rock with you.
Not only that, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had shows where I performed for only like 10, 12 people, and two of those 12 people still rock with me to this day. Still come to the shows, still buy the hoodies, still support, and like, bro, they're like a better fan than some other supporters I've had. And they watched me perform in an empty bar for $5 a ticket. You know what I
See,
mean?
those are what you call diehards. And a lot
Exactly.
of people out here and a lot of people in industries around the world, they don't understand that you have to have a diehard fan base.
That's a fact, man. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people also get confused, especially with social media. Like when one artist may or may not be popping, you also got to remember that they're on that wave, right? Like that's another thing that I think about when you were talking about artists and albums and oh his numbers did better or this and that. I'm like, yo, he had a banger, right? Or maybe he had a good album, maybe he had a good trend. I get it. He's rocking it, he's riding it. But then what about after that? Right? Like there's certain people that are like, oh, I love these rappers or artists, but I'll never go see them live, right? Like they got them on their Spotify playlist, but if they come to Denver right now, they're not taking a day off from work to go see them.
Yeah.
And that's like the difference between like I think what it really is you have levels of fans, right? Like you have your cult fans that are like you said, the diehards, they buy the hoodies, they come to the shows even when there's only 5 people. And then you have your fans where they like your music, they think you're dope, but they're not like overly flabbergasted with love and support for you, right? Like maybe I just like 2 of your songs. I'm not a diehard fan. I'm not paying $50 for a ticket, but you can rap, right? They give you your respect, your kudos, but they're not taking a day off of work for you.
We're getting some comments in right now, brother man. Can you go ahead and click that button chat right there? Then go to the comment bar and go
Yeah.
ahead and shout out everybody in the comments right now. Let's answer those questions right now because honestly, we're getting some good feedback in there, man. We got some great people tuning in. And honestly, shouts out to each and every one of you. You are tuned in to SR Broadcast, home of the super righteous, man. Everybody tap in worldwide. This is what it is. Shouts out to One Underground TV, Pothead Productions, Spilled
Thumbs
Records.
up.
Man, shouts out to
Uh-uh.
Cali Hood Media. Frank, we see you, Frank. This would not be possible without my founder, Six Deuce. Shouts out to him. This is SR Broadcast, baby. Lodi Trill in the house. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and show some love to the people in the comments.
Yup. So look, I just want to give a shout out to everybody. I'm over here right now. A lot of these people I know, AK Oxy, Jay Taylor, man. Hey man, shouts out to my unc. He in here, man. Shouts out to Diego, Cross Promotions, who else? Everybody
We
that
see
tuned
you,
in. I'm gonna be
Diego.
honest, man. I think I might have to step due to some personal reasons. You know what's going on. So I might have to step after this. But I want to give a special shout out to everybody supporting. Thank you and God bless you for continuing to support independent artists and people coming up because a lot of us we can get discouraged and we get to that point where we want to quit, right? Like fuck this music shit. Like I made more at 7-Eleven today than I made on my last album. So it's because of y'all that gives us the courage to keep
LB's for
making
she.
music, to keep
LB's
dropping
for she.
albums and shit.
Yeah, and I feel that, man. I feel that. I definitely, it's inspirational to hear an artist be able to kick that knowledge for the younger youth out there and for all the artists out there thriving, man. So it's like, man, I can't even say thank you enough for you coming out on this platform. I know you got a lot going on at this moment, so I'm looking to maybe bring you out for a part 2. You know. Oh, I think his camera froze right there, brother, man.
That's what a way to go out.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Nice.
Hey,
We
everybody give it
appreciate.
up for Lodi Trill. Shouts out to you. You know what it is. New West management in the building, in the house. So definitely, I know he got to get to his things right now. So I want to go ahead and ask you right now, you being in management right now, you want to speak about your artist for us real quick.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Luddy Trail. I think he's one of the hardest, if not hardest working artists in Aurora. I think, a lot of people sleep on him. So I appreciate the platform. Hopefully, we reached out and touched some new listeners, and you guys go Google Luddy Trail. We've been through some amazing things, man. We done got pulled over together in Texas. I always say, you got a real homie when you get pulled over, because that's how you know what kind of homie you got. So me and Luddy got pulled over in Texas, man, and we it was a bar fight. We done got into, mainly me. Lodi was always the peacekeeper. You know what I'm saying? So me and Lodi's been through a lot of different scenarios, a lot of shows, a lot of different states, and I think a lot of people should check him out, man, because I got a real good ear for talent. You too as well. You're part of New West in the house, so it's a
Yeah, no,
family thing,
definitely.
man.
That's
It's
why
it's a
Lodi
it's a
Trill, he
family
has
affair.
my full support here at SR Broadcast. We pride ourselves on finding the super righteous, and I'm glad that I was able to get him to come out here. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Cross Promotion. Who else? Terps. We see you, Terps. What's up, my boy? Yeah, Diego. What's up, Diego? Maniacs, maniacs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to you. We got an amazing, amazing comment right now. He said, definitely, I want to go ahead and say, Dakova. Let's go ahead and Dukova. Let's go ahead and I'm so
Hey,
sorry if I said that name wrong.
appreciate
I
you.
apologize. But definitely, the comment says, what's going to help the artists in Denver is eliminating the old approach of artists selling tickets to play, to basically play on the
Yeah.
showtime, and get their
Well,
slot. So
well,
definitely, the
I want
promoters need to do their jobs.
I want to speak too, because I'm technically sometimes a promoter too, because we throw shows as well. I'll just put it out there. New West, man, we're real big on paying our artists. Usually we pay our artists 50% or more, or we get as close to 50% as possible, because I know how it is. I started going back to saying, performing. I've performed just in front of staff before. Like, I've dead ass performed where nobody showed up, and I'm performing, but I still perform like Oxy said. Shout out Oxy, New West in the building. I performed like there was 1,500, and you know what? I got respect from that owner, and I got respect from that staff. So I was always welcomed in, no matter how big their shows or how little their shows is. So you never know. Like, you could perform in a small show, but that one person might be sitting there, and that person might be able to put you in a packed show and see. So definitely do
Yeah.
that, bro.
No, and
Definitely do
honestly,
it.
to tell you the truth, I want to touch base on that real quick too. Is that's what a lot of people don't understand is when you go to these showcases, it's not to really display your talents like that. That's a plus. You're there to network. You're there
Yeah.
to talk to these people.
Mm,
You're there to be like, here, add my Instagram handle, add my Facebook handle. I'm on TikTok. It's like, here, let me pass these networks around. Let me make the proper connections with the people in this industry, because you might turn around and have 5 people at that show, but you might turn around, plug in with another promoter or another artist, and you'll have 20 people, you'll have 30, 40 people,
I think I
you
think
could
there's
have hundreds.
I think there's like two different there's like two different brands. I don't know if you watch wrestling or basketball. There's a term called getting green. Getting used to it. I think if you're a younger artist, and because it's really hard sometimes getting into shows. I think if you're a younger artist and you're trying to get your name out, the pay to play is not totally. I don't do pay to play, but I'm saying if you get an opportunity where you can get in front of some people and you're not known, it's not totally bad, because you're trying to get to know people. But if you're like us, Lodi, Pistols, Oxy, who's been at the game for a while, where you're already sort of known and you're already starting to get recognition, then that's when you should start considering making money moves. So I believe
Proper
if you're
moves, proper
yeah,
moves with your time.
yeah. So if you're new to the business, definitely get in front of people. But if you have been in this business and you're getting discouraged, make better moves, because it's not worth it at a certain point to play that game, especially when you have certain connections and you can just do it yourself. Don't be lazy. That's what I tell people. Don't be lazy. Take risk. You miss all the shots you don't take.
Don't be lazy. Y'all
Don't be
better be
lazy.
loady. Let me tell you what. Shouts out to Lodi Trill for coming out tonight. Shouts out to you. Who else, man? Shouts out to you for coming out here tonight. Man, I'm super excited. I got to get the part 2 with me and you in. We're going to set
Mm.
that up. I know you're going to be out there in Minnesota coming up. I do have an interview on the 10th with AK
You'll,
Oxy.
you'll see
Everybody
me.
tap in. New West Management in the building. Everybody tap in.
You'll
I'm
see
about
me.
to show
You'll,
you Minnesota at a its finest. You know,
You'll see me. You'll
definitely
see
worth.
me in the background. You'll see me in the background walking back and forth. I'll be at that interview as well. But like I said, I always try to put the spotlight more on my artists. So when Oxy does his interview, like I said, you'll just see a couple. You'll just see a couple of these, just me walking by, just saying hi or whatever. It's gonna be weird, man. It's gonna be weird because I was here for
I,
Lodi.
I, I don't believe so. I don't believe so because honestly, with this platform, we like to encourage that these artists bring management, bring somebody at least to really speak highly about their career. So it's like the fact that you came out tonight to speak about your artist. Shouts out to you, brother, man. You know
You
what it
too,
is.
man.
This is
I'm
SR Broadcast.
I'm
And
proud of you
everybody out
too.
there tuning in, shouts out to you. This is your host, co-host, David Pistols.
I'm
Better
proud of you
tap
too.
in. Tap in.
I'm proud of you too. You're doing an amazing job. You're doing
Where
an
can
amazing job.
where can they find Lodi Trill's handles at?
Just Google Lodi Trail, LOWDY Trail. Google him, TRAWL. Uh, or just Google me, and you'll see a lot of his stuff pop up as well. We're real easy to
Okay.
find, or easy to find on all platforms. That's the thing. There's only one Lodi Trail. There's only one Call Me Who Else. So we're real easy to find, no matter what you search. You can find us pretty much on everywhere but the hub.
The
Coming
hub.
soon.
The
Coming
hub.
soon. Coming soon.
Man.
Call me who
Man.
else
To
on
all
the
you
hub. No, I'm
artists
kidding.
out there. To all you artists out there, you didn't hear it from me. But if you're gonna network, you gotta network. Hit those platforms. Even hit the hub up. Go put your music on the hub. Go get a couple actors. Go be that actor. You know, the sky's the
Director,
limit.
actor,
But you know
everything.
what it is, baby? This is SR Broadcast, man. And we tapping out. We done. You know what I'm saying? It's over. Huh.
What? You done? It's over.
Huh. It's gone. We out of here, man. Shouts out to each and every one of you. You know what it is. SR Broadcast in the mix, baby. We right here tapping in with all artists worldwide. If you an artist out there looking for that exposure, looking to take your music to the next place, Denver, Colorado, Los Angeles, man, California, we out here. Let's get it going. Shouts out to you, Six Deuce. You know what time it is? Yeah, you know, it's that time of the segment. Wait a minute. Oh, oh, woo!